Hi there. Let's go over the worksheet I gave in class about calculating parts per million. Let's say we take some food coloring and we drop it into 99 mils of water in a beaker. So we add 1 mil of food coloring. What would the concentration be in parts per million? Well, our formula is the mass of the solute, which is the food coloring, divided by mass of solute and mass of solvent. Now they're giving us volumes here, but thankfully liquids are very similar, especially water, which has a density of 1.0, to a 1 mil is equal to 1 gram. So let's use milliliters. So we have 1 mil is the mass of the solute, and 99 plus 1 would be mass of solute, and then 99 is the mass of the solvent. So that's 1 over 100. And we have to convert that to so much out of a million to get it into parts per million. So let's set up equivalent fractions. 1 over 100 is the same as how much over a million. Whatever you do to the bottom, you have to do to the top. So what did we times 100 by to get it into 1 million? We have to times it by 10,000. So what is the concentration in parts per million? 10,000. Next, let's go to the next question. So now we've taken that original solution, which is now diluted, and we add it to 99 mils of water. So what does that create? That creates now 0.01. So we started out where we had 1 mil out of 100, and now we're saying let's take 1 mil of that and put it into a beaker and fill it up. So now we have 0.01 out of 100 for food coloring. And what is that? It's wanting to know what is 0.01 mils out of 100 mils. What is that in so much out of a million, or parts per million? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So again, what do we times 100 by to get to a million? We times the top by the same. So we got to times this by 10,000. 2, 3. And that would be 100 ppm, parts per million. Next, now it wants us to go even further. So our first beaker was 1 out of 100. Our next beaker was 0.01 out of 100. And now they want us to take 1 mil of this and put it into a third beaker with 99 mils of water. So that would be 0.001. So 1, 1, 2, 3. So out of 100. So 100 less. So 0.0001 out of 100 is equal to how much out of a million? 3, 1, 2, 3. So again, times by 10,000. 3, and that equals a million. So we got to times the top by 10,000. So we got to move this 4 decimal places. 1, 2, 3, 4, and that would be 1 ppm, parts per million now. Last question. This one's not on your worksheet, but we're going to try it anyway. Let's say we're dealing with some solid DDT and we have it in 2 liters of soil. What would this be in parts per million? 4.5 milligrams over 2 liters is equal to how much ppm? This is a special circumstance because you're not dealing with liquids and liquids, and so we have to remember the following. A milligram per liter, whatever that is equal to a parts per million. So if we can convert this down to milligrams per 1 liter, then we can then convert it to parts per million. So let's get this not based on 2 liters, but per 1 liter. So divide by 2, and that gives us 1. Divide the top by 2, and that gives us 2.25 milligrams per liter, which once you have it in milligrams per liter, that's the same as a ppm, so that's 2.25 parts per million equivalents. Same thing if we had milligrams per kilogram. Due to the special nature of solids, this would be equal to a parts per million. Thanks for listening. Hopefully that you understand this.